Okay, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was Mark Edmond. If you didn't know, excellent artist, performs at our event, is excellent energy every single time. Great guy overall, and you can find his song on my Twitter. I just tweeted the link, but you can type in Mark Edmond if you didn't know. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode. Damn, it's mad hot in here, and I got a hoodie on. But welcome to episode 3 of Don't Watch This. I still don't have an intro because I'm irresponsible. But at some point, I'll have an intro, and I feel like when I do have one, it'll make it something that we can cherish because we'll understand when I didn't have it. You feel me? Like being able, if I just start off with an intro episode 1, it's not going to hit the same. Like it won't have that same sentimental value because you wouldn't have seen us come to that point. But excuse me. This show is going to be interesting, in my opinion, because I did not want to do a show today at all. I feel like I didn't even finish getting enough clips out from the past 2 shows. I also feel like I didn't really have any topics to speak on today, and like I have been like really low today. Like I don't know. I was just in a funk for the majority of the day, and so I wasn't sure how that would translate onto the show. I didn't really want to do that. I didn't want to have to come on here and act like I was happy go lucky all day. But that kind of speaks to what our topics are, and I guess that works. So the first topic and the main topic today is I told you the handwriting is gonna get better. I don't know, probably not today. This is not better. I don't think this is better. You probably can't see this, but it was like a lot of words too. Everything is a choice, and I tell myself that all the time, and that's what I had to tell myself with this show. So it's just like everything is a choice, and literally everything. Like we have a decision, we have a choice to make in every single thing that we do. And you feel me? Like I could have chosen not to do the show because I wasn't feeling great, and I could have sat here in my room with the lights off, real dark, sad for the next hour and a half until I fell asleep and didn't really fall asleep at midnight. Then I would have been up and stuck, and so that would have been a choice that I could have done. It. I could have chosen not to do the show today, and what would have come of that choice? You feel me? So I'm glad that I made the choice to do so. Also, could have chosen to be in a funk, could have chosen to sulk, but I feel like this show is therapeutic for me. I feel like it helps me feel better. I feel like it helps me get my thoughts out. It helps me vent when I need to. It helps me feel understood. It helps me feel related to. And hopefully it helps even one other person. Like I feel that way about everything I do, everything I say. It's why I like broadcast my L's, or not even necessarily my L's, but I'm vocal about my low moments, and it's because most people aren't, but like I feel like when we see somebody else goes through something, like it's helpful. So it's like, and for me it's like if I go through an experience and it's a negative one or whatever, if nobody, like if I don't help anybody with it at that point, it's just a wasted experience. Like I just went through it for no reason. So I'd rather go through something or feel away or feel down or whatever and use that to help others who may feel that way. And like I said, if it helps even one person, I feel like my job is done there. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy you guys are here. Yeah, what's going on, Neil? Always salute. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. I'm glad we're doing the show. And everything does come down to a choice. And even and it's tough. It's tough. It's not something you always want to hear. Especially not when you're feeling down, when you're feeling low. You don't want to hear that happiness is a choice, but it is. It is. You have to make the decision to get up. You have to make the decision to, do the things that make you happy. You have to make the decision to lose yourself in the things that bring you joy. I down to the hoodie I put on. Like shout out to the Long Live the Dawn. You feel me? Rest in peace to Sean. This hoodie is like comforting for me. This is my friend's clothing brand. He passed. Wow, time flies, man. It's crazy. It's about to be 2 years in a couple months. But yeah, like this hoodie makes me feel better. I like to. Sometimes I have ice cream. Sometimes I put on a show that I like. Whatever it may be, anything that can make you feel even a little bit better. And make every single one of those things. So from the show you watch to turning the lights on, I tell people that all the time. And so like don't lay in the dark. Don't play sad music when you're sad. Like don't delve into your sadness. Maybe sometimes you need to. Maybe sometimes you feel like you need to really feel something. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, that's also a choice. Like every single thing that we do is a choice. So like we have to hold ourselves responsible and accountable for the choices we make and the impact they have on us, our days, our mental health, and all of that. And the way to combat those things is to make better choices and to make choices that make you better. And so, here we are. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say that this episode, but here we are. We're doing the show. I feel like a smile is going to come out at some point. You feel me? But I'm just happy to be here. And, once again, like, I'm not, I'm a really happy-go-lucky guy. I'm always smiling. I'm always in good spirits. I try to be, a light to anybody that I'm around. And I don't necessarily try to be. I feel like it's just kind of natural for me to be the way that I am. But I go through shit, bro. I go through shit. I have tough days. We all do. We're human. And so I like to broadcast that because, I feel like when you see the person who's always smiling saying they have a down day, it makes your down day not feel so bad. Like, I always bring up, and I'm probably going to ramble a lot this episode because I didn't even want to do one, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But I bring up a lot, back when I was like in like 2016, 2017, when I was like really, 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 really super depressed. My mom wanted me to go to therapy, and I didn't want to. And I felt like going to therapy meant that something was wrong with me. Like, I felt like going to therapy was like the admission that something is wrong with me and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then, I started going to therapy and I realized how great it was, how helpful it was and all of that stuff. And I've always been an advocate for it. I always tell people, hey, like, I recommend therapy highly. But it's like, I realized how many other people were going to therapy and nobody was talking about it. So in that moment, I felt alone and by myself and like something would have been wrong because nobody was talking about it. When I got my diagnosis, when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, it's part of the reason I'm so loud about it. It's part of the reason it's like, I felt so alone. I felt really alone and it made it hard to deal with. But like knowing that other people share those struggles, not that there's like, it's not a misery loves company kind of thing. It's just like, I'm okay. I'm okay. And it's okay to have bad days. And it's okay not to be okay. I don't want anybody to get confused by, me saying that everything is a choice. W mom for sure, man. Shout out to my mom, like one of the greatest moms of all time. In my opinion, the greatest mom of all time. But I don't want to, shit on anybody else's mom. I just said shit and mom in the same sentence. I'm hoping she's not watching. But yeah, like I don't want anybody to feel like me saying that happiness is a choice and everything is a choice. Yeah, what's good, Ben? What's going on? Welcome, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. But yeah, I don't want anybody to feel like me saying happiness is a choice and everything is a choice is me saying that, like, it's not okay not to be okay. That's not true at all. Like, we are human, bro. We go through things. We go through emotions. The world is nuts right now, honestly. Like, we are in a pandemic, on our way into a pandemic, just finished. Like, I don't even know how many pandemics we're dealing with at the moment, for real. But, we got it. There's a recession. Like, there's so much going on. From day to day, we all deal with our individual things in life, whether it's, grief, loss, whether it's, financial burden, whether it's, heartbreak, whatever it may be, bro. Like, we all deal with things, and try to make sure you're mindful of that when you deal with people as well. Like, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know, what somebody's dealing with at home. You never know what somebody woke up to today. So try to be as kind as possible, man, because once again, it's a choice. Everything is a choice, bro. So it's like with the the internal things, the intrinsic things, like how you feel about yourself and how you talk to yourself and how you deal with yourself and the way that you handle your own emotions and manage them and everything. Those are all choices. But once you step outside, the person you go out into the world as and the person that you impact others as is also a choice. So like I said, I make the choice to try to be a light for people. I make the choice to try to be, a positive influence, a positive presence, whatever it may be. And I try to be as kind as possible. Like, I think that and once again, I don't try. It's second nature. Like, I genuinely, feel that way and appreciate that. And like, I feel like that's something I prize about myself. And so, like, that is also a choice. How you treat people is a choice. And so, what would people say about you? And granted, that doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, there's a thin line or a thin balance between, like, how much it matters what others think of you. But at the same time, it does matter. Like, what would the people close to you say? What would the people who encounter you in certain, like, I would love the opinions of, like, a matter of fact, I get I go to Publix. I get a pub sub. Bro, they love me. They love me. Like, I walk in there to get a pub sub. Their faces light up. We start cracking jokes back and forth. It's a great time. The whole line, they calling people from the back, let them know I'm here. We're all waving and joking and laughing. They love me. They don't see me outside. If I saw them in the street, I probably would not recognize them. But like, where it's a great exchange every time. They have great energy. I try to reciprocate that and have great energy. And so, like that's the person that you carry yourself out there as. Like, and so you have to take care of the person you are at home. You have to take care of the person you are inside, so that you can be the person you would like to be when you go outside. So if you're able to be happy, or you're able to have that joy within yourself, you're able to minimize your bad days or whatever it may be, and turn that around and then take that out into the world. You don't know what kind of impact it can have. You don't know what it can do for somebody's day. Like, my favorite person was telling me before I got on here, like, do the show, because you don't know who's waiting on you to do the show. You don't know who needs what you're gonna say, all of that stuff. And that's a possibility, and that may not be the case, but who knows, bro? And so, everything is a choice, man. And just whatever it may be, anything you can think of in life, our days are filled with decisions. And especially as adults, our days are filled with decisions. Some of them have more of an impact on our lives long term than others. But one way or another, like, everything has an effect, everything has an impact, and everything is a decision and a choice. Slavery was a choice. Kanye West, birthday party 2020. Okay, let me stop playing. You talking serious. Don't worry, we're about to get to the shenanigans. Don't worry. Neil said, LMAO Ben, that's a different topic. Kanye West is a completely different topic. As Beyonce said, Kanye is unique. He is unique. What 5-letter word is that? What 5-letter word is what? Damn, I wasn't, what 5-letter word is what? Shit. Damn it. Oh, there's 9 viewers in here? That's so crazy. Shout out to you guys. Welcome. Welcome to Don't Watch This, man. In case anybody doesn't understand what's going on here, the show is called Don't Watch This. If you're watching on IG, people don't really watch on IG. When I go on IG Live, nobody pulls up. But if you're on IG, I can't see you. I can't see your comments. I'm not ignoring you. I just am on Twitch, twitch.tv/IHateSean. You can continue to watch from IG if you like, but we're on Twitch. It gets posted to YouTube after. We're everywhere. But yeah, no. Damn, I lost my. Oh yeah. It's called Don't Watch This. It's a show that's really about everything and absolutely nothing simultaneously. Just random thoughts, topics throughout the day. It really ends up being me talking to myself and thinking my way through things, and helping me figure out my own thought process and feel better. I feel like I look and feel lighter than I did 15 minutes ago when this started. But it's therapeutic for me, and I hope that it's that for anybody else. And shout out to you guys for being here, for pulling up, for enjoying the show. Feel free to jump in the comments, have something to say, because I do a lot of rambling on here. But yeah, man, everything's a choice, and you got to protect yourself. And so that goes into our second topic. Once again, topics written horribly. My handwriting will improve somehow. I'll figure something out. But protect your peace. And, protecting your peace is really important, man. And that means, whether it's people that you shouldn't deal with, things that you don't necessarily like me personally, okay? So here's my first example of protecting your peace. I don't watch scary movies. Never have. Never been a scary movie person. I've finally gotten mature enough, or adult enough, or just self-respecting enough to not close my eyes when scary movie commercials come on. I used to go like this when a scary movie commercial came on. And I'm not even talking about when I was 9. I'm talking about up until I was probably 19. And I was like, all right, bro, you 6'5", bro. You can't really do that. But yeah, I don't watch scary movies. I never really liked it. I don't enjoy the feeling of fear. That's not an emotion that I'm fond of. I don't enjoy that. I don't find it riveting or anything like that. It's not for me. But one thing that really solidified me not watching scary movies, I already felt this way. So when I was 11, my cousin was over, and he stayed up late one night, and he watched The Exorcism. And the next morning, that night, he slept on the bathroom floor. And I was like, damn, it's almost like that one Thugnificent clip. What did he do to make the niggas that mad? And so with him sleeping on the bathroom floor, it's what did he see in that movie that made him sleep on the bathroom floor, bro. And at that point, I don't want it. I'm good. I love my peace, bro. I don't want to have nightmares. I don't want to my thoughts go like a million miles a minute. Sometimes I can't keep up. And if I watch a scary movie, I might have irrational fears I don't necessarily need to have. You feel me? So I protect my peace by completely staying away from that. Ben said it lets me know I'm alive. Yeah, but I don't like roller coasters either. And that might just be me being, that's something I'll probably get over. Scary movies, I highly doubt I'll ever get over. I'm probably never going to like those. I'm probably never going to watch them. It's never going to be my genre of choice. I will eventually get over the roller coasters thing because as I told people who can't swim, excuse me, which is pathetic, but as I told people who can't swim, you're going to have kids someday. And so for me, I'm going to have kids someday. And I can't be in the amusement park with my, 5'1", 9-year-old son who's like, hey, Dad, let's get on the ride. And I'm like, actually, I'm going to stay down here and wait for you. Like, I can't do that. I'm going to have to, toughen up and go be a person who enjoys roller coasters or can at least pretend to. I can't do the bloody gore horror. Yeah, bro, like, I'm good. I ain't trying to see guts and shit. I'm good off that stuff, bro. I'm really good off of it. Like, I don't enjoy, like, thrillers are kind of cool. Like, certain things that are, like, kind of realistic. But honestly, the more realistic it is, the scarier it can be. It's just like, okay, hold on. If I wanted to be a surgeon, I'd be one. Exactly. I haven't even watched Dexter. I was like, hey, there's a lot of cutting blood going on. I'm good. I'm straight off that. Another form of protecting your peace. I got it pointed out. Tiago pointed out to me the Blueface story. And I won't go too far into the Blueface and Krishan or whatever her name is thing. Hilarious story. He went through her phone and found out that, like, while she was locked up for 48 hours, she had sex with the CO and all kind of stuff. And now he's like paying her $100,000. He's offering her $100,000 to leave him alone. They were like fighting. He was walking away from her in the street, and she was following him, and they were fighting. All kind of stuff. My mama ambitious. But my man's ambitious. Ambitious, man, ambitious. Got to get to it. But yeah, like I protect me personally, bro. I'm not going in the phone, bro. I'm not going in the phone. If I feel like I gotta go in your phone, bro, I don't trust you. And if I don't trust you, what am I doing here? I'm not going in your phone, bro. Cause like even watching that video, and she was like telling her lie or whatever, and she was like, why are you saying we had sex? He was like, cause y'all had sex. She was like, no, we didn't. He was like, then how did he know what hotel you stayed at? She was like, what are you talking about? He was like, he was waiting outside your hotel. You told him that you were happy to see him or whatever, and blah. He's like going through what she's saying, and I can like hear the pain as he's going through what she said, and I can also hear her confusion as to how he knows all of this. And it's just like, damn, like going in that phone and seeing all of this, bro. Oh my goodness, like that must be protect your peace. Protect your peace, because then the conversation went to the timeline. Everybody started talking about blah blah blah. Like first of all, some of the things that people enjoy or like look up to or relate to when these stories come out, it's just very strange. Like, I know toxic is an overused word, but I feel like it's an overused word because it's like an oversought scenario. Like, people are like so used to like toxic things, or just like people aren't even sure what a healthy relationship looks like. And I feel like social media, I'm a firm believer, we say it all the time in the lead chat, social media has exposed us to way too many things. We're not supposed to see this much stuff. We're not supposed to know the opinions of this many people. Not at all. Not on a daily basis. It's ridiculous. And so I feel like, the things that become somewhat normal get kind of ridiculous. And so, like, seeing it gets scary when things like this happen. Not because of Blueface. No disrespect to that man, but I could give a shit less what Blueface and his girlfriend are doing, bro. I don't care. Like, even as a topic, that's why I didn't make it like the actual topic. But like, I don't care what they're doing. But like, the conversations that spawns, where everybody's talking about like the things they do in their relationship or go through in their relationship or blah blah blah. Oh, like the conversations get scary, bro. It gets scary, and I just want everybody out there to protect their peace. Protect their peace. Start off. Deal with people who like you. Deal with people who like you and who you like. I see that a lot. I see it a lot on both sides, men and women will either chase or entertain people they do not like or people who do not like them, and then end up in those situations. And then sometimes, like, if you look, and I don't want to get too one-sided here on sexism because I'm not trying to, but just for example, women will talk about how men are trash. You feel me? And like earlier, Dean replied to somebody, and he was like, "Stop going for the Balenciaga bandits. The love of your life works is an honest job, whatever, and is talking to himself in your DMs. But yeah, like you can't if men are trash and you're looking in the dumpster, and then you throw one out, and then you go over here and you're looking for the same thing, and I know what y'all are looking for because y'all tweet about all this shit. So y'all tweet about everything. Y'all tweet about these certain scenarios. Y'all relate to what's going on with Blueface. Then yeah, of course you think people are trash. Of course you think everybody's trash. If with the men who were talking about the women, and now you know, like I think Blueface it was hilarious when Blueface was like, oh, like how did you even manage to have sex with him? Like you were in there for 48 hours, which is nuts. Yeah, if your shorty can't go to jail for 48 hours without having sex with a CO, that says a lot. But that also doesn't speak for the majority of women. That just means you got a trash shorty. Like, that's all. And so a lot of people get on the internet and they project and they talk about all this hurt shit or whatever from people that they've dealt with that they probably shouldn't have. And it's because they failed to protect their peace. Protect your peace, bro. Because honestly, you're disrupting mine by telling us that you have none. I'm tired of it. I don't want to keep hearing about y'all stories. I don't want to keep seeing y'all horror stories. I don't want to keep seeing y'all crying about men and women on the timeline all day. I would like to talk about other things. If it's overused, then changes got to happen. That's facts. Changes have to happen. Changes have to happen. And that starts with making decisions. Everything is a choice, right? Everything is a choice. So it's, as embarrassing as women are, as embarrassing as men are, whatever, you think, oh, all these hoes, blah, 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 blah. That means you're saying that all the women you chose behaved in this manner. There are plenty of great women in this world. Don't get me wrong. I myself tweeted, you should never trust a woman as far as you can throw them. And since it's illegal to throw women, you shouldn't trust them. So I understand. I get it. You feel me? With a grain of salt, of course, at the end of the day. But the standard that y'all hold it to, where it's like you see some trash shit and act like that's representative of the population, it's like, no. That's representative of the population that you seek and or attract. Same thing for women when it's, oh, men, blah, 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 they this and that, they ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. I think there's some pretty upstanding gentlemen in this world. And if you can't happen to attract one, or if you can't happen to find one because you're looking in the club, like, I don't know where you're looking, I don't know what you're doing, but, like, that's not men's fault. Stop telling us, like, and a lot of dudes do it too, and they talk about, oh, women, blah, 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 they this and that, the girl never hold you down, she'll never blah, 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 like, you can never trust. All that says to me when I read those tweets is nobody's ever loved me. In all caps, real loud, over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, welcome, appreciate you following. But yeah, that's all that says to me. Nobody's ever loved me, and I want to tell everybody. Same thing when the women are talking about, oh, men, blah, 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 blah. Like, I, as a man, I know what men do for women they love. So if a man hasn't done that for you, stop telling us, please. Keep your misery to yourself. That's all I'm asking. I'm begging that you guys keep your misery to yourself so that misery stops being the overarching norm, I guess, for like our society. That's all I see when I scroll. And just misery on both sides. And I'm tired of it. I want to see Big Sean and Jhené Aiko. Let's focus on the positives. Please. Everything is a choice. Remember that. Remember that with every single thing that you complain about, bro. Like with everything I complain about, with everything, when I'm feeling shitty, when I didn't want to do this show, all of that stuff, when I didn't want to do it tonight, it's a choice. If I didn't do it, it wouldn't have gotten done, wouldn't have had this conversation, wouldn't have had whatever content this ends up being, if it ends up being useful at all, wouldn't have had it. Excuse me. But it's interesting, because I didn't even know the Krishan chick made music. That's an interesting turn. I had no idea, wasn't aware of that. Apparently it's like pretty cool. And so that brings us into our next topic, which is rap shit. I must have been living under a rock, man. I didn't know Jhené Aiko got divorced. Oh, you definitely were living under a rock. Come on, that was. I don't know when it happened. To be honest, I'm pretty sure her and Big Sean were like together before she really got divorced. But when did Big Sean break up with Ariana Grande? Wasn't that in 2017? Thought I'd end up with Sean, but it wasn't a match. That was Dark Sky Paradise came out in 2015, 2015. Yeah, I'm not TMZ, bro. I have no idea. I don't know when these celebrities broke up or got together, but it was around that time for sure, 100%. But yeah, no. So rap shit, HBO Max. And this is really just I needed a third topic, but I really enjoy that show. I watched the first 2 episodes when they dropped, and it was a really solid show. I feel like, and it's set in Miami, and I feel like they do a pretty good job of like capturing Miami culture. You feel me? Like they said something was grits. I was like, oh, hold on. They did their scouting. Like they and just I don't know, just the way that everything looks. I like the show. I like the characters. I like the way that they've introduced the characters. I like the way that everything's kind of weaving together. From the first 2 episodes I watched, I was saying I'm really excited to watch their ascent as they come up. And it just shows because dealing with some of the things they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, it gives a lot of perspective. Like I don't know if you guys watch it, you should. The third episode the other day, in the first couple of episodes, they painted one of the characters, the father of her child, as kind of like a deadbeat or whatever, and he wasn't really trying, and blah blah blah, and he wasn't involved and all this. And then the third episode, you see it from his perspective, and you see him trying to get a placement or whatever, and he got the placement. So it's the way the music business works. He's not getting the payment for it. He got one of the payments, he sent the money to her. Then he gets his car towed, and there's just so much going on. He's trying there's a lot going on. He's trying to keep up with, but from the outside looking in, it just seems like, oh, he's not getting it done. Blah 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 blah. And it just goes to show there's perspective for everything. There's perspective for everything, perspective for everybody's story, but also the trials and tribulations of things that happen, and being in it. And and I feel like that show is really I like that show a lot, probably because I feel like it's kind of a trajectory thing. Like I feel like I'm on a trajectory right now, and so watching that rap shit is fire. Hey, you know the vibes. What's good, Breeze? Yeah, it's a great show. I really like that show. But yeah, I'm excited to see their trajectory, how everything comes together, like the moves they make and all that stuff. But it comes back to, and I think this is part of what I've been upset about. And it's part of what upsets me on every day. Honestly, all the times I've been down or whatever, it's kind of the same thing for the most part. And I'm just pissed off, bro. I'm pissed off. And I shouldn't say I'm pissed off. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, and I have to remind myself to be patient, and that it comes with time and everything. But I just feel like I've given a lot of myself. I continue to give a lot to myself. I try to do a lot of different things. There's a tweet, and I don't know if I've spoken on this before publicly, but ever since this tweet, I've been a little bit off, and it was shortly after I came back from Vegas, and I did a breakdown or whatever for something with the Knicks that was going on, and a lot of people were like, oh wow, this is great analysis, blah blah blah, this is amazing, yes, you're right, cool, all those things I love to hear. I feel like I'm really good at that, and I love being right, all that stuff. There was one person that quoted it. I think it was Vizzy, and he said, "There are people on universally known television networks making millions of dollars to talk about basketball who know less about basketball than Sean does, and I find that hilarious." And I was like, "Yeah, that's not funny to me. That's not funny to me. That's not funny to me. For some of the things that I have to do on a daily basis, for some of the things I have to deal with on a daily basis." For some of the issues I have, for some of the limitations I have that I run into, that's not funny to me, bro. It's just not. And I'm not mad at the tweet. I get it. I get the concept being funny, but that is the shit that drives me nuts. It's bro, I do this. I can do this. I deserve, I was with the FCF, and I was doing content for them or whatever, and it was way less than I do basketball related. It wasn't the same at all. But I was getting, my bills were paid off of it, and I was like, okay, this is smooth, and it required not very much. And the FCF is a startup kind of thing, and so it's just with the amount of I feel like I'm if there's anything I'm an expert on in life, it's the Knicks, or basketball. So it's just I feel like for this, even for Twitch, that's why I'm trying to go so hard with everything now, because it's just I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of not being And that year 4 for me is all about getting that. It's about getting that. It's about getting there, and it's about reaping the rewards for the work that I've put in, for the platform I've set for myself. And it's I need that. Truly. I need that, bro, and I can't keep not, so it's I like rap shit and seeing them want to go get it and have to deal with certain things and where it's going to come from. So, I need that. So please follow me on Twitch, subscribe, whatever it may be. Subscribe to the YouTube. If you see me post a clip or something or a video, please retweet that shit. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I need that, bro. Studio 954, my birthday is coming up. I've been super stressed out. There's so many things I want to do. I want this to be one of the greatest shows ever. I want the entire city to come out. Like, I want everybody to be out there, and I feel like I haven't even poured into promotion like I want to or should have because of different things that have happened, because of different things, different ways I've felt, different things I've dealt with. And honestly, like, almost the fear of, like, putting a lot into it and not seeing that come back, and I had to get over that. Because once again, that's a choice. It is all me at the end of the day. And so that's why with all my frustrations and everything, like I'm never blaming anybody else. Like it's on me. So it's like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I don't have. And like with my frustrations, what do I do about that? How do I fix that? What can I do? How can I change that? Was it Malika talking about the Knicks tampering? That's hilarious. And that was so disappointing for me. You already know. And I feel you, bro, for real. Yeah, bro, like, it's just year 4-1, year 4 Sean. You know the vibes. We going up. Both of us went up in year 3, and now it's just about going further, you know? But I'll say it a million times on the show, because I say it all the time. Progress is a process, bro. And so you have to honor that process. You have to honor yourself through that process. You have to be patient with yourself. You got to be gentle with yourself. But at the same time, you got to push yourself. You got to push yourself. Like, and I finally figured out what the quote was from yesterday that I wasn't saying properly. Nothing to it but to do it. Got to roll up your sleeves. Because if you doubt yourself, then who's supposed to believe? I'm just wide awake while trying to make the most of my dreams. Because reality just isn't the way most of it seems. I'll put the pen to pad to clear our mind in hopes that you might hear me rhyme. Getting off the ground, write a verse and feel my spirits climb. It's therapeutic. I'm trying to make better music. I'm caught between clever, clueless, and thought I would never do this. It's starting not to tell the truth. It's starting to get hella lucid. That's a lot. But yeah, nothing to it but to do it. Got to roll up your sleeves. Because if you doubt yourself, then who's supposed to believe? And it's like, you got to make it happen, bro. It's on you at the end of the day. Like, people can support you. People can be there for you. People can love you. But nobody can do it for you. And so, as I was saying yesterday, like, you know, episode 1 of Don't Watch This on YouTube, 10 views. Episode 2 of Don't Watch This on YouTube that I posted today, 44 views. Progress. We have multiplied our viewership by 400%. You feel me? Like, we have gone, like, it is quadrupled overnight. And so, you know, like, yeah, sure. Would I like to have more than 44 viewers? Sure. I was spitting for like an hour. So yeah, I would like to have more than 44 viewers. But at the end of the day, if I don't spit for that hour, and I don't, you know, get if that first show doesn't go and get those 10 viewers, that second one coming up behind it probably doesn't get to 44. And so now hopefully this third show can, you know, maybe double, maybe break 50, whatever. Just keep it consistent, don't go backwards. But even if it does, you know, just being consistent and staying with it, bro. That's it. That's it. That's where it's gonna come from. Like, it's on me. I have to do it. The show does not get 100 views, 200 views, 1,000 views. It doesn't get that at all without me doing the show. And so the bio on my Twitch says, you know, come join or whatever, be at the show or whatever before it becomes the show. And so Ben the other day told me stop wasting airtime and put on the show. And that's facts. I wasted so much airtime. I wrote that bio over a year ago. And what did the show become? And so whatever it is in your life, that's your show, that's your Twitch channel, that's your whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're putting off, whatever it is that you're not fully diving into, bro, go for it, bro. Go for it. Because every single day that passes that you don't is wasted time. Wasted time and wasted opportunity. And this situation now where I'm frustrated, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't be dealing with this. Like, I should be having this and that, and these people shouldn't have, like, yeah, sure, I should have better. I should be in a better position. But I promise you I would be if I would have done certain things. If I would have done, like, I got to control what I can control. Control your controllables, and don't worry about the rest. So, be honest with yourself. Be accountable. Look at what it is that you could have done differently, and do that shit. My New Year's resolution, my goal this new year, whatever, was to stop wanting to do things and to just do. And so, you know, I've done better with it, but I still got to do better. And so this is part of the process of doing better. Like, do it. Go for it. There's something, bro. There's something. I remember one time my first blog post on swaggyspeaks.blogspot.com. Still in my bio to this day because I think it's a masterpiece from start to finish. But my first blog post ever it was called Shoot Your Shot, and it was a blog about starting a blog. It was like, hey, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but like I've been putting it off for a while, and I don't want to put it off anymore. So here it is. And because I did that one blog post that day, it ended up changing my life. Like as a writer, I was able to influence others. Some other people started blogs based off of mine. Like I was able to like write myself through my depression. I was able to be understood and be able to express myself. And that really did so much for me at a time when I really needed it. And it's all because I wrote that first blog post. And if I didn't, who knows what would have happened? Who knows if I ever make the blog? Nothing happens until you do it. Like there's a Big Sean line that I love that goes with all three of these things, I guess, but mainly everything is a choice. But the line is either I did, I do, or I didn't. Either I did, I do, or I didn't. That's it. Everything falls into these three categories. You either did it in the past, you're either doing it right now, or you just didn't do it. Plain and simple. Whatever the excuses may be, whatever the blah, 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 none of that matters, bro. None of that matters. In the history books, in the record books, whatever, like when you look, and when you watch a game, and the score ends, and there's a bad call or whatever towards the end of the game, that's not there. It just says the score was 103 to 101. It doesn't say what happened on that last call when, James Johnson got hit on the wrist and got to go to the free throw. It doesn't say none of that. It just says the result. The result is all that gets remembered in the end. And so all that other stuff of why you didn't or why you can't or why you couldn't or the obstacles you had in the past, let it go, bro. To be honest, nobody gives a shit. Keep it a buck with you. Nobody gives a shit. It's on you. Make sure your family's straight, but first you gotta elevate. Larry June. Shout out to Larry June, man. He a real one. He a real one. Fire. Hey, I'm running out of emojis to demonstrate how great these words are. Salute, Neil. I appreciate you. You know the vibes, Ben. Maybe I should spend $2K on an iPhone. Hey, man. Whatever needs to be done, you feel me? Like, you gotta go for it, bro. Like, we really, as far as I know, we get one life to live, man. We get one life to live. And there was before I left it on a plane, I got to order it again, but I was reading Chop Wood, Carry Water. And there was one chapter, and it was called Building Your Own House. And there was this guy, he was an architect, and he was like a long-term architect. Like, he had been in it for years, like 20 years or whatever. And he was highly renowned. He was great. He was like the top dog of architecture. And he was about to retire. And they came to him. And they asked him if he could build one more house. If he could build one more house for them before he retired. And he didn't really want to do it. He was like, I'm kind of done with this. But he ended up taking it on. And he built the house, but like he didn't, he built the house like he didn't want to build a house no more. Like he built the house like this is his last house he's building. He's just getting through it. He didn't build the house like the masterful architect he's always been. And so when he finished the house, they said, thank you for all that you've given to us through this time and all your hard work and blah, blah, blah. And they handed him the keys. And they said, this is your house. And in that moment, he was like, damn. Had I known I was building my own house, I would have gone about it differently. And that was like really, that stood out to me a lot because every single day we're building our own house. Whether we realize it or not. And, I think back to like, times, and I just want to get to a point, and I think, my first heartbreak was my basketball. And I wrote something about that on my blog way long ago, too. Like, that was my first heartbreak. I had hoop dreams. I really thought, blah, 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 like all this stuff. I was really good. All of this. I was a smart kid. I love basketball, as you can see. And so when I ended up not hooping, like, I had a point in my life where I had to, like, relearn who I was and figure out, like, okay, like, if I'm not a basketball player, who am I? And that was a tough period in life. But, now I'm 27, about to be 28 in a week and a half. That's over. That's not happening. I mean, eventually I will get a 10-day with the Knicks because I'm going to do everything I said I'm going to do. And I'm going to be the MVP of the celebrity game because I'm going to do everything I said I'm going to do. But, like, as far as being an NBA star, like, that life is not happening for me anymore. And, I think that heartbreak is very necessary. And I think it does a lot for me because I understand what it's like now to look back at something and be like, damn, I wish I could have. And I don't want that feeling again, bro. I don't want that feeling again. And I know it's too late for basketball. And honestly, it's not really too late if I really wanted to, but physicality, that, I'm 28, like that, it doesn't work like that. But for most other things in life, it's very rarely too late. And so do it while you can. You're building your house. I would have worked really hard. I would have worked even harder. I feel like I worked pretty hard in basketball. I could have worked harder though. I could have worked harder and I would have gone further. You know, even in school, my grades, I could have worked harder. I would have been in a better position. I could have gone to a better school, whatever it may be. You know, with everything, just apply as much of yourself as you can, because everything that you're conserving, like all those mornings I didn't wake up and go shoot at 7:30, it didn't get me anything. It was wasted time. Those are now the mornings where that's the difference between where I could have gone and where I didn't go. The work that I didn't put in, the homework assignments I didn't turn in, they didn't save me anything. They didn't make me better anywhere. I just didn't get the grade. And so I don't want to now have these things that I don't put in this. Like the time I spent last year with Twitch when I made this account and said I was going to do this and do this show, where this show could have been a thing that had hundreds and thousands of viewers by now, that's wasted time that I didn't put in. I got nothing for it. Just some disappointment and some self-doubt and some self-loathing a little bit. And, you know, like, oh, do it, bro. Do it. Whatever it is out there, do it. I'm not spending $2K on an iPhone, man. I'm sorry. Y'all going to have to deal with my green text bubbles. Bro, you're better than this, Neil. One of these days, get an iPhone. I believe in you. You know the vibes, Neil. Greg, pop your bitch. Yes, sir. From there, what do I have? I mean, I have this hoodie on, so I wanted to go through this Mamba Mentality verse I had. Well, not verse, song. But it's just a couple verses now because it's not a song. But so this shit is bigger than me. Big Sean, you know the vibes. Exactly. But yeah, so I got this, and I guess I'll freestyle. But that was, the hoodie's clean. Salute. Long live the Don, man. Shout out to Sean. Yeah, we got through all the topics, so I'll go through this verse, and if you got a word for me, Neil, I'll freestyle, and we can get out of here. This ended up being 50 minutes again. I told myself 20 to 30, especially because I didn't want to do the show in the beginning, but hey, it's good. But yeah, rest in peace to Uncle Kevin. What a hell of a guy. God calls his name his home without telling us why. And when he took to Sean, it really taught a lesson to me. You go when you go. Just become who you're destined to be. So when your story's written, make sure the script's a treasure. Fred Hampton died at 21 and lived forever. Kobe gave us a million moments, 81 in a game. Dropped 60 points in the mic like they were one and the same. He played the Jazz to remind us he was awful nice. Then he walked out to dominate other walks of life. And I'm forever impacted by what the great ones said. They all in the basket who said I can't make more eggs. Limitless. I ain't even finished this. Thought. Contemplating life while writing down these sentences. Can't forget my lines because I'm writing in remembrance. Losing one you love will really turn you into a kid again. Mired in the moments and the memories you didn't spend. Gotta take a chance for every chance you'll never get again. Life comes at you fast and I'ma say it to the bitter end. Invested in myself and now I got it paying dividends. I got a Mamba mentality. I know my mom gonna be mad at me. Can't hate no job for a salary. Young Santiago and I got the alchemy. I got a Mamba mentality. I know my mom gonna be mad at me. Can't hate no job for a salary. Young Santiago and I got the alchemy. I'm thankful for this life and that I get to be Sean. I'm blessed to paint these pictures before history is drawn. As I put these words to beats, I hope they listen to songs. Sometimes I like to write just to admit that I'm wrong. I'm gifted, but I like to be present. On a mission with a mic and a message. Need a minute, I ain't trying to be second. So I guess I'm getting better with time. And Kevin Young Sr. left the legend behind. My thoughts get spoken through these words as I've been thinking too long. I really just wrote this verse so I could speak to Sean. And that is Mamba Mentality, which is supposed to be dropping after, who knows. But, yeah, it's on that project of songs that I haven't put out. But my thing is, it will come out by basketball season, for a fact. That, it's like a 12, 13 song project. It'll be out by basketball season because there's an RJ Barrett song on it, and there's been now 2 seasons of RJ Barrett playing basketball where I've had that song and didn't put it out. So this year 4, the RJ Barrett song is coming out for sure. I need that. So that means I need the whole project out. And I just got to follow through with it, man. Like, it's on me at the end of the day. It has to happen. It's got to be me. Nah, you can't freestyle after that heat? Okay, bet. Losing the ones you love, turn you into a kid again. Damn, that hit for real. Year 4 Sean. It's going up, man. It's going up. But yeah, man, so I appreciate you guys for being here, bro. For real. I did not want to do this show. I was really down today. I feel a lot better now, and so I thank you guys for pulling up, for supporting consistently, for watching, all of that. I wouldn't be able to do the show if it was just me and there were no comments or anything. I mean, I'd still do it, but it just wouldn't be the same. So thank you guys so much for adding to the show and making it better, and for being here. I love y'all. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, man, have a great night. I think that's all. So adios.